Hello everyone, my name is Fatima Albani and today we're going to continue learning our letters. Today we're going to have 3 letters because they look the same but we pronounce them differently. This is letter Ba. It has a spot under it. Letter Ta, it has 2 spots above it, and letter Tha, it has 3 spots above it. So they look the same but they have spots in different places. Letter Ba, we pronounce it like B. Letter Ta, we pronounce it like T. And Tha, we pronounce it like Th. Before we'll begin learning these letters, I want you to remember the story that I told you last lesson about evil and kind letters. So these letters are kind because they always give their hands to connect with other letters. Let's see now how does letter Ba looks. This is letter Ba. You have to remember this form. If you will remember this form, it's going to be easy for you to remember the other forms. This is letter Ba. This is its head. This is its hand. And letter Ba has another hand in its pocket. You can't see it because it's hidden in its pocket. It's here. So let's begin. This is letter Ba in the beginning of the word. As you can see, it stretches its hand and connect with the next letter. This is letter Ba in the middle of the word. It stretches its hand and connect with the smaller letter. So as you remember, here we have the smaller letter and here we have the older letter. It stretches its hand from here, it pulls it from its pocket and connects with the older letter. So, in the middle, we have 2 hands. In the beginning, we have just 1 hand. In the end, we have just 1 hand because there's nothing to connect with in the end. So, it pulls out its hand from its pocket and connects to the older letter. Now, let's look how does letter Ba looks. How does letter Ba look in the word? Ba, B. Bab, it means door. Look, this is letter Ba. In the beginning of the word, it stretches its hand and connects with letter Alif. As you remember, letter Alif is an evil letter, so it gives its hand just to the older letters and it doesn't give its hand to the smaller letters. As you can see here, here is the smallest letter because it came in the end. So here letter Ba is alone, here in the beginning. Now let's look how does letter Ba looks in the middle of the word. As you can see here, J, B, R. This is letter Jim and this is letter Ra. Letter Ba give its hand to letter Jim and to letter Ra. And in the end, Ma, B. This word doesn't have any meaning, just I wanted you to see how letter Ba looks in the end of the word. Ma, B. As you can see, letter Ba give its hand to letter Mim. And now we're going to learn letter Ta. We pronounce it like T. This is letter Ta. As you can see, here it is alone. It looks the same as letter Ba, but we have 2 dots. As you can see here, we have 2 dots, but I connect them because it's easier. And we have like a little line above letter Ta. Letter Ta is like letter Ba. It's kind letter, so it has 2 hands. This is head, remember, we don't stretch the head. We have a hand in the pocket here. We can't see this hand and the other hand is here. So this is letter Ta in the beginning of the word. It stretches its hand and connects to the next letter. Here in the middle, it is the same as letter Ba. It pulls out its hand from its pocket and connects with the older letter. Here it stretches its hand and connects with the smaller letter. In the end, it looks like Ba. It pulls out its hand from its pocket and connects to the older letter. Let's see how does letter ba look in the word, in words. Ta, b. Here is letter ta in the beginning of the word. It gives its hand to letter alif, and alif doesn't give its hand to letter ba because it's an evil letter. It doesn't have another hand. So ta, b. And now let's look the letter ta in the middle of the word. This word also doesn't have any meaning. Ba, ta, a, ba, ta. Here is letter ta. It connects with letter ba and with letter alif. So it gives its both hand. And now here we go. Letter ta in the end of the word. Ba, t. As you can see, here we have letter ta in the end of the word, but it is alone because letter alif didn't give its hand to letter ta. So letter ta will not stretch its hand. Ba, t. Here, letter ta connects with letter ba. Letter ba is a kind letter. It will give its hand, so letter ta will connect with letter ba. And as we can see here, we have a connection. And now let's see how letter tha looks like. This is letter tha. Here we have 3 dots above letter tha, but I also connect them because it's easier to write. This is letter tha. As you can remember, as letter ba and as letter ta, we have a head and hand from here, and the other hand is in its pocket. So it here, letter tha, in the beginning of the word, it stretches its hand. Here it stretched both hands, one here and the other in the pocket. It pulls it out and connect. And here letter tha in the at the end of the word. Let's see how does letter tha look like in the word. We have tha, b, tha, b. It doesn't have any meaning. I just want you to concentrate on how the letters are connecting. This is letter tha. It connects to letter alif. Letter alif doesn't give its hand to letter ba. So tha, b. Actually, it has a meaning, but I'm not going to talk about this meaning now. Ba, tha, alif. This is letter ba. It connects to letter tha. And letter tha give its hand to letter alif. Remember, letter alif connects just to the older letters. Ba, tha. And now let's see how do we write letter tha in the end of the word. We have 2 examples. Ba, th. As you can see here, letter tha is alone because we have letter alif before it. Letter alif is an evil letter and it doesn't give its hand to the smaller letters. So letter tha here is alone. Ba, th. And here, ba, th. As you can see, letter ba is a kind letter, so it will connect with letter tha, and letter tha will give its hand and connect with letter ba. So we'll finish now our lesson. Today we had 3 letters, letter ba, ta and tha. I hope this lesson is going to be useful for you. See you next time. أراكم المرة القادمة.